New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from Nick of Time Show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And I'm back with my guys to give you some Knicks talk. We're taking some time off to kind of recuperate the brain a little bit. But we back, man, because there's a bunch of Knicks rumors. There's some free agency news that you need to talk about, man. And we miss y'all, man. We miss all y'all. So let's have some fun and giving you some Knicks talk, all right? But before we even get into that, let me introduce my guys. First off, it is my guy, the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G's in the building.
Damn right he's in this building, all right? And also, you know what it is, right, man? We have my man from the YouTube channel across the street. It is the raw metaphor, the raw Hebrew remnant. What's going on, man?
My man Jay Ellis and my man Ryan G in the building.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, before you get into the free agency stuff, gunshots. Let's go with the gunshots first of all, because you know why we got the gunshots? Because Tom Thibodeau has won Coach of the Year. That's right. Third New York Knicks coach to win Coach of the Year after Pat Riley. And then let's go, Tom Thibodeau, man. Did a great job. This team, man, wasn't expected to go far. Only expected to win 22 wins. Ended up going to 4 seed in the playoffs. And got Tom Thibodeau as Coach of the Year. He's already, he in his speech, he thanked everybody but himself, man.
Right, that's right.
Yes, sir.
He thanked the players. He thanks the coaching staff. He thanked everybody but himself. Congratulations to Tom Thibodeau and the New York Knicks for having Coach of the Year. Well deserved.
Yes, sir.
All right. Shout out
Coach,
to that. Oh, go ahead. You got something to say, Ryan?
I was just gonna shout out Coach Dibs. That's all I was gonna say, Coach Dibs.
All right. So salute to Coach Dibs. Also salute to everybody in the building right now. Shout out to Will Mena. Shout out to Sherwin M. Shout out to CP, the artist. Shout out to Eric Kang. Shout out to Fritz. Everybody else is rocking with the KOT show. Michael Parker, the Outlaw, and tell him Alejandro's in the building early. Shout out to you guys who's rocking with the KOT show. Okay. Now let's get the fun started, man. Listen, this week has been hard hit with a bunch of rumors and Knicks news, and one of the biggest news that's come out was the Dame Lillard news. Dame Lillard was eliminated first round of the playoff once again. As he should be, he's frustrated and had Dame Lillard and many others kind of wondering what his future will be like. And of course, you already know what it is. Future stars are always going to be linked to the New York Knicks. And it's going to be more so this year than ever just because we have the cap space. We have the recipe. We have the recipe for the noobs. We have the cap space. We have a winning record. And we have a disgruntled star. So, of course, everybody's going to be linked to New York Knicks. Now, I'll start off by saying this about Dame Lillard. We'll start you off, Ryan. First, would you, at this point, considering where we are, with our rebuild, with free agency, with our cap space, would you go after Damian Lillard in this offseason?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I'm going to say this. If we were living in a world where I can get anything I want, hell yeah, I would trade for Damian Lillard. Oh, that would be a no-brainer for me. But now looking at it from a realistic standpoint, I feel like Damian Lillard, to trade for a guy like Damian Lillard, like you have to have a whole bunch of assets, number one. And number two, you have to have a team in place where when you give up all those assets, you still have enough left over to where you can be a championship team from a realistic standpoint. At the moment, the Knicks just have the cap space.
Right.
So, yes, they can absorb Damian Lillard's contract if they were to trade for him, but I don't think the Knicks would have enough assets to trade for Dame at this time. So, putting that into consideration, I don't think Dame is a realistic trade. Like, I think, say, for example, Dame stays in Portland and maybe a couple years down the line, if Dame becomes available, maybe then you make a trade for Dame. Yeah. But right now, it's not really a realistic thing for the Knicks. So as much as I would love Dame to come to New York City, I'm not expecting it because I don't think the Knicks have enough assets, especially compared to other teams, to get Dame here.
Yeah, it's one of those things where if you value draft picks, maybe you look at the Knicks because we have a lot of draft picks. If you value the players, are we going to give up Julius Randle for Dame Lillard? Don't see that coming. Don't see that happening. It's more of a pairing situation, right? Ro, what do you think about the situation of trading for Damian Lillard?
Well, I agree with Ryan 100% because, okay, so when you're talking about Dame Lillard, you're talking about a top 5 player in the NBA. So when you're dealing with top 5, one thing you have to understand is that you're not going to get equal value. You know, if you're the Portland Trail Blazers, unless you go to Philly and get a Simmons or an Embiid, you're not getting equal value for Damian Lillard. So you're going to have to try to do what Sam Presti did in Oklahoma or what Daryl Morey did in Houston or what they did in the Nets. You're going to have to clear out somebody's cupboards for this guy.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to do that because it would kind of defeat the purpose of what we did so far. The Knicks are built at this particular time to absorb or get a free agent. They're not built, like Ryan said, to send up too many assets to get a guy. So I would say, yeah, I would try to do something. Of course, I want to make the phone call.
Yeah.
But I think there's a 95% chance we don't get it. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah, it's like you got to do your due diligence as in front office and make the phone call. That's just protocol at this point.
Yeah.
But I, for one, don't expect that they'll go through either. And as I'm looking at the news and the tea leaves too, it's kind of come out that he's kind of waiting to see what they're going to do. So if there is going to be a move, it's not going to be this summer really. Is probably going to be more mid-season, next season, if anything, or next summer, just to see what they do, just to see where they stand. And for me, like, or for that situation going through, he would probably have to kind of pull a James Harden. You know what I mean? He would have to be like, I want to go to the Knicks to play with Julius. Like, he has to do something like that.
Yeah, that doesn't appear to be.
Yeah.
That doesn't appear to be what he has shown in his career.
Right. That's not his pattern. That's not his pattern of play.
Right.
He's not a demanding guy. So I agree with you guys. It's kind of a far-fetched. But and plus, you know, we're gonna have to give up a lot of prize assets for him, man. And it's kind of like the Carmelo trade all over again.
Oh yeah,
a little bit. But you know, the difference is, I mean, listen, this guy's a little bit older though. He's old. Dame Lillard. And we kind of had this conversation earlier, Ryan, before Raw got here.
Mm-hmm.
Dame Lillard is a shooter, right? He's a shooter. Yeah. So he's not a guy who's going to drive. He's not a guy who hits the deck that much. His game is kind of predicated on longevity. So even though he's older, might be able to bet that his career might extend longer than other type of attack guards. So you factor that in. Also factor in that, you know, the way these guys are taking care of their body these days. Shoot, look at Chris Paul. You know, change their eating habits, and there you have it. Mm-hmm. Maybe he can last a little longer because I know for me and for other people that just being healthy and being over 30 and spending that much money and giving that much assets is going to be like a no for a lot of Knicks fans. You know?
You're right. Is that his game is not predicated on elite athleticism, so that's the type of game that can last in there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, I mean, it'll be tough for me to give up guys like RJ, to give up guys like IQ, because it'd be stupid to think we can get somebody like that without giving those guys up. But it would have to come to that. It would definitely have to come to that for sure. For sure.
Yep.
All right. All right. Let's get to it, man. It was that simple. No one's gonna put together a package. I've seen the packages going on around social media. RJ plus Mitch plus. All right. Easy does it.
I mean, unless you want to gut the whole team. I mean, damn.
That's been the issue, man.
Have Dame here in a bad.
That's been an issue, man. These Knicks fans, man, been talking about keeping the team together for a long time. Then Dame Lillard's name comes up, and
get rid of
everybody must go.
Exactly. After the trade, all the Knicks gonna have is Dame in a bag of chips.
Exactly.
Like we just had Carmelo and a bad knees Amari by the time they was done that time, man. We had a team that was built And then after that trade, we had to rebuild it all over again. Nah. I think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, I think we're doing the right thing by kind of staying the course.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, and salute to the chat, man. I don't see anybody even have anything to add on the Dame Lillard front. I don't think everybody's kind of like chilling. All right, cool.
Yeah,
cool
pretty much.
but this brings me to another guard that has been talked about recently, and this is Chris Paul. Chris Paul, man, I've been on the Chris Paul train, off the Chris Paul train, back on the Chris Paul train. Listen, we've seen this guy. He has an impact everywhere he goes. Every team he goes to, they just end up winning more.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
And not only that, he provides leadership. He provides shooting. He provides basketball IQ. Everybody just tends to get a whole lot better. You're looking at the OKC Thunder. You saw what happened to them last year. Came from obscure to battling in the playoffs. You're looking at the Suns this year. You see what they're doing. They causing trouble, man. He's elevated that team to another level. It's been reported that your man Chris Paul just turned down a contract option, man. He's turning that an option, and he wants 3 years, $100 million moving forward for Chris Paul. A difference maker who's over 35. Let's go, Raw. How do you feel?
All right. So look, it bothers my soul to pay some 36-year-old dude $100 million. But I will say, if Mr. Rose pulled the trigger, see, he's not going to cost us no picks. He's not costing us no assets. He's just costing us money. And we got a lot of money. So
Listen.
If we put that brother back there with Mitchell Robinson, and like I said, RJ, Mitchell Robinson, give me Julius running the thing. This is the thing, too. Julius respects this man. Not like Julius gonna have attitude when he don't get the ball.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
He respects Chris Paul. Chris Paul will run the show. So you put that there, and like I said, man, we grab another cat that's out there in Golden State right now. Oh, I think
Oubre. Okay, the Oubre. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
baby. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right.
or you mean Tsunami Poppy?
Oh, so now, yo, here we go.
You know what? We're talking about 3 years now. Let's suppose we said the third year was
That third year, man.
guaranteed or a team option or something. But I guess he wouldn't go for that. He wants 90. Chris Paul's a businessman. He want his money.
He wants his money.
So yeah, But like I said, if Leon pulled the trigger, I'm not gonna cry about it. But if he doesn't, I'm not gonna cry about it. Put it that way.
I'm kind of with you on that front, man.
Yeah.
I think I already know how Ryan feels. We want to go ahead, Ryan, say what you gotta say.
Yeah, man. Rob pretty much said all right there. Like CP3 is pretty much a difference maker wherever he goes. Like whatever team he goes to, that team becomes substantially better. And I feel like especially if you watch the Knicks in this season in the playoffs, it was clear that the Knicks were missing a playmaking point guard. That was clear as day. Absolutely. And Chris Paul had fixed that immediately. Now the only thing is that like Chris Paul's 36, he has been injury prone, and you're going to give him 3 years, $100 million. Now that's the only thing right there. I'm like, if I'm to really go after Chris Paul, I'd rather give him a 2-year contract. But I'm also on the same wavelength as Raw and you. Like, if Leon Rose decided to give him 3 years, $100 million, I'm not going to complain about it because I know what Chris Paul brings to the team, and I know that he's going to make the team substantially better. But at the same time, I just be kind of worried because I'm like, yo, for those 3 years, I'd be praying to God, like, Chris Paul, please stay healthy.
Yes,
please stay healthy. Please stay healthy.
Ice the hammy.
Yeah.
Give him his fruits and veggies.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what he did, though. Chris said he changed his diet. He changed his diet now. And now he's completely healthy. And it seems like it's working for him. He's played, he hasn't really missed any games last season. He's hit his shoulder in the playoffs. But you see what he's doing right now. You saw what he did to the Knicks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, listen, man. That mentor role for me is so huge. I'm giving this man the money, man.
I would say, like I said, I'm not gonna cry if they do, and I'm not gonna cry if they don't. Like if they decide to go again and say no, okay. But I mean, damn, because it's like, man, this is Chris Paul, and not only that, it's Chris Paul. Like you said, Oklahoma City was lottery bound. You put Chris Paul on the team, they in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Phoenix Suns played really well in the bubble last year, but didn't make the playoffs. You add Chris Paul, they talking about taking the Western Conference right now. So, I mean, damn. I mean, you got it. But I agree with Ryan. I almost would rather give him a 2-year deal for astronomical money, and then now we done with him, right?
Yeah.
So we give him 2 years, and not only that, I feel like a guy like an IQ, a guy like an Oubre, our young players will be with his leadership in that 2-year period. That'll be used for us. We then he can step off the stage, and we might be ready now. So I don't know, man.
That's really what I'm thinking, man. I think these 2 years is more about grooming everybody else than even just making the playoffs or the second round this year to me. Because like even if you look at what happened with the Thunder once he left, the players who were there when he was there, they've gotten better. I feel like he like what he does to teams when he's there, when he leaves, kind of lingers and stays. He kind of teaches them the little things. And for guys like IQ, who he's kind of trying to learn how to be a point guard, he's gonna teach. And I'd be the most excited really for IQ, man, because the way IQ just studies. Having Chris Paul there,
oh man,
for a year,
oh my God! Not only that, bro, I think I'm really crazy because I think if Leon brought him here, I think not only would he play for us doing whatever his contract is, I think he goes to the front office after.
I can see that.
I wouldn't be surprised
because he's that type of guy. He's real smart, man. So I could see him working with Leon because him and Leon got a tight relationship. So I could see him working with Leon in the front office right after he retired.
Shoot, man, I give him a coaching shoe.
Yeah, I would give him a coaching job too. But just to show the impact of Chris Paul, though, all you need to do is see the Phoenix Suns right now, because Cameron Payne just the other year was out the NBA. Like, this dude was hurt.
That's right.
Out the NBA.
That's right.
This dude came to the Suns this season. Right. And it's like he's rejuvenated.
That's exactly right. I've read some articles where they talk about Cameron Payne has gotten so better they wouldn't even miss Chris Paul, which is crazy, but that's how much Chris Paul has had an effect on him.
Yeah, so I'm like, can you imagine if he comes here and we have IQ here and young players like that, how he would impact them? By the time Chris Paul's done with these dudes, oh boy.
Not only that, you got Chris Paul starting and you got D Rose coming off the bench.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. Yeah, that's crazy right there.
I'll celebrate. My head is exploding thinking about it. But like, I need to calm down because you already know, looking at the situation, right? Roy kind of mentioned this behind the scenes that Phoenix Suns are notoriously cheap, and he could be just using this as a tactic, to try to pull the purse strings. But Knicks ain't cheap. Knicks, I feel like we've been frugal, but we won't be frugal for the right people. And I think this is a move we have to make, man. Like, even Julius Randle, man. The way that Julius Randle studies, I think having Chris Paul even teach him.
You would bring the whole thing up, man. We'd be talking ECF, man. We'd be talking ECF. That's what I'm saying. You bring this brother here, if he's healthy, you're talking ECF, man. So, I mean, it's like I'm saying, like, I'm not going to die if they don't sign him, but I'll be excited if they do. I mean,
I'd be excited.
They're going to cry if they sign him because, and I'm not, I mean, look, my first reaction was he did this because he's got a deal in place with Phoenix. But then I remembered, wait a minute, that owner is cheap, man. He don't like to spend money. Now, unless he thinks he's going to make that money, which he did. Like I said, they got national exposure this year like they haven't had since they had Steve Nash and Amari. Yeah. So they might be making that money and he might decide. But I want to tell you this. If that owner hesitates on writing that check, he's here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's here. Because I tell you, I know an owner that's not going to hesitate.
That's Rose.
Yeah.
Now that's Mr. Dolan's going to say, you signing him, here's the checkbook, just put it out.
Exactly. He go splash the cash. That's the one good thing about Dolan. He splashes the cash.
I know an owner that's not going to hesitate to write that money out.
Yeah,
so we're going to see what happens. It's going to be interesting. If there's no hesitation, I expect that whenever Phoenix's season ends, whenever it ends, I expect that signature to be on that Phoenix contract the next day. If it's not, there's going to be a problem.
Yeah, it's absolutely going to be a problem. And the Knicks are absolutely a threat because, listen, we have, depending on what we do with these players here, I would imagine you probably want to keep a lot of these same players here. But depending on what we do with these players here, we have the most cap space available in the NBA. So we are absolutely a threat to steal Chris Paul and some of these other free agents away. Listen, man, I'd be glad. I might give him the 2. I might give him the 3. I know he's not gonna do a 1-on-1 because he's got out the 1.
Right.
Yeah.
He got out the 1 to get that 1. So shoot, I definitely would do it 2 for sure. 3.
I wonder if he'd do 2 years, 80 million. I wonder if he'd do that.
Yeah, because right now, next season he's guaranteed 44 million.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't opt out, so he probably would want that or a little more. So maybe he just wants the longevity too. You know what I'm saying? He might just want the years because he knows he's getting older.
That's true.
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
Means you got to give him the 3 years, 100 million.
Yeah, you might have
So
to.
that's like 33 million a year, right? So he takes up. I mean, he might. I don't know how they would structure it, but if it was evenly done, so you got 60 million in cap space. You're going to use him now. You got still 27 million in cap space. You could bring back an Alex Burks. You could bring back, you could bring back a Nerlens maybe. I don't know if you want to, but you got options. He's not killing us.
Yeah.
But if you extend Julius, that doesn't take effect until the end of next season.
Yeah, exactly. Like we said, we can always go over the cap to sign Julius.
Yeah, you can always go
exactly.
back to him. So he doesn't kill our flexibility, really. He doesn't.
He doesn't, man. Especially the way we managing the cap. So salute to Scott Perry, Leon Rose, and those boys for managing the cap. All right, and Scott Perry is coming back. Oh yeah, I thought that Scott Perry was leaving. Ninja P is here to stay.
I thought Ninja was gone. I thought Ninja was gone. I knew it. Ninja's back, man. Ninja's doing his thing.
This is why he's Ninja P, man. He just keeps escaping turmoil. Every time we think he's out, he's like, nope, still here. Still here. Can't get rid of me.
But you know what?
Yes,
that would be exciting. I want to see what happens because the Knicks are really in a good spot. We could get a Chris Paul. We can get a Lowry. There's other people that are out there. We can get them.
Yeah, we can definitely. Get them.
Most definitely.
Money, man. We got the money, so we're gonna see what happens, man.
Facts.
But I think we're gonna get a good point guard starting next year.
Yes, sir. Guys, I see something in the chat. I feel like this should be talked about because I just want to see our reaction.
Okay, but before we get to that, me shout out the.
You got.
Shout out to the super chats.
Oh, the super chats. All right.
Right,
Yeah,
and then I'll hit you with the with what you see in the chat. All right. So shout out to Will Meno sends a $4.99 super chat. He says it's worth it. I'm with you on that one. Also shout out to Kaiser Soze 718. He sends a $4.99 super chat. He says CP3 will be 37. Injury plagued, and we will be risking on injury away from retirement. I don't feel confident that CP3 would last on a reason.
Is he 37 now? I thought he was 36.
It's 36.
He's 36.
It's 37 next year.
In May, right?
Yeah.
I mean, May. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll get him for 36, 37, and 38. 36 and 37, and I'm not so worried about.
38.
Yeah, 38.
38. That's him in street codes and us saying thank you for your service. You know.
Exactly.
That's it. Oh man. All right, another super shout out to Michael Park. Oh man, is this the one you want to talk about, Ryan?
Yeah, man.
All right, let me pause on that. Let me pause. I'm gonna get to you, Michael. And Mike, I saw you texting me. I was replying to the text and it didn't go through. I was having issues with my phone, but it's a good timing though. We're gonna talk about that right now. All right. Shout out to Robert Parrish. Says lots of rest with Mitch. Assuming injury free is a big question. Yeah. Lots of rest for Mitch. I hope he's back healthy and able.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm curious, man. I know we're going to do like a free agency show. I'm gonna talk about when that's gonna happen too. But Mitch is definitely going to be on the topic of the free agency show because like who's gonna return, who's not gonna return. Because last season, this past season was interesting, man. It's interesting.
Well, you heard when Tibbs got the coach of the year, he mentioned Randall a lot and Mitchell Robinson and RJ Barrett. He mentioned them the most. He kept saying Mitch's name. I'm like, he didn't say Nerlens hardly. Y'all notice they kept saying Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah.
So I think
some money.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty good sign. Mitch gonna be back.
It's a good sign. It's a good sign, but it's worth noting. It's worth noting. It's worth noting like the ebbs and flows of value. Just because his value was up at a certain point, it goes down when you're outside a mountain. You keep winning, and then when you lose again to a team in the playoffs, and you're like, man, what if Mitch was here? And this value goes right back up again right after that in your mind. So that's gonna be an interesting conversation when we talk about the free agents. Who's gonna come back? All right. But all right, here we go. Let's get ready to rumble. You know what, Ryan? Go ahead, take this one.
All right, so super chat from Michael Parker was basically saying that he thinks that the Knicks should bring KP back, as in Kristaps Porzingis.
The snake?
Yes, the snake. He mentioned the snake coming back. Because clearly, in Dallas, my man is feel underappreciated because it's a Luka Doncic show, and my man's an afterthought.
I don't know what he thinking. He should be the afterthought.
That's what I'm saying. Because Luka's that guy.
Luka's that guy.
But then it's like, people are saying that now this trade wasn't a Kristaps Porzingis trade. Now it's a Tim Hardaway Jr. trade, and they threw him in. Like my man is getting disrespected right now. So it's like
now when you listen, I mentioned this a few episodes ago, Raw. Not a few episodes, maybe a month or two. We talking about bringing ex-Knicks back. I was talking about bringing Tim Hardaway Jr. back. That's what I wasn't talking about Kristaps. I was talking about bringing Tim Hardaway Jr. back.
Yo, but for real, THJ had the third option?
Yeah, and I said this before he went off in the playoffs. Before he went off in the playoffs, I was like, yo, Raw, Tim Hardaway Jr.
I always thought he was a good third option. He's not a good first or second option.
Exactly.
He's a good third option, man. You put him as a third option, you got something.
Exactly.
But, I'll tell you now, y'all go crazy in Knicks Nation, but I would not mind seeing Mr. Kristaps Porzingis back as a third option. As a third option.
Okay.
Behind Chris Paul and Julius Randle.
Here's the thing, because me and Jay was talking about in the previous episode, like I would not mind bringing in a stretch five, because I feel like the Knicks do need a big man that can stretch the floor a bit. I don't know, man.
It's a third option now. Like he's not the number one option. He's not the number two option. He's the third option. You're still going to have, Chris Paul running the show. I'm already talking. And then you put Julius, at the pinch post, and now you working Kristaps off of that on the weak side. And you getting Chris Paul can get him open looks. That cat can knock down some shots.
Yeah.
And like Mitchell Robinson, he could block some shots. And I think I don't know. I think that'd be pretty good. He just cost a little bit.
Yeah,
but
I'm sorry to cut you. Go ahead. Run. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
But here's the thing, though, now, because if you bring KP back, Mitch is gonna still be here. You probably can't play both together now.
No, you got to start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You got to start one. I don't know which one. I'm thinking.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like one of them is coming off the bench.
I'm bringing KP off the bench. But you're paying a $30 million player off the bench. That's
what I was about to. I was staying quiet just to say that.
No, that's the problem. So it's not really something that I think would happen. But I mean, just as a player fit, damn. But you know what? I would rather have Tim Hardaway Jr. back.
Now you talking.
He really would. You subtract out Alex Burke and put in Tim Hardaway Jr.
I take that.
I'll take that.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. I'm dead in Kristaps Porzingis talk. I'm not for it. My man, listen, to quote Phil Jackson. All right.
Yeah, right.
Oh boy. Oh man.
This man has Bambi legs, man. He can't stay healthy, dog.
No, you're right.
He's not been healthy since he's been in the league.
I would take him back after this contract as a bench piece. That's what I'm saying.
I'm not paying this man $36 million.
No, after his contract. At the end of his contract.
And not only that, he's gonna bring his brother.
Oh my God.
We already know the havoc.
If they come back, they better have a national press conference. We're so sorry.
No.
We're so sorry for how we did this the last time. We want to start over the clear slate. We really didn't do this right. I want some humility. I want some humble pie. Otherwise, stay in Dallas. True.
Yes, sir. But I think the fact that we have Worldwide West here, I think it's gonna be a different story.
Yeah, you're right.
Worldwide West knows how to
you're
bring.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly. He knows how to bring people in. Like I think it'll be a different story this time.
Whew. Y'all. Oh, I mean, listen. Man, listen.
Not this year.
It's too soon, man. I don't know, man. I have a bad taste.
He'd be like 25, right?
Yeah,
He's still young. He's still young. Yeah.
Wait, but what year in this contract is he?
He just recently signed that like last year, right?
Let me see. It's a 5-year deal, right?
I believe so. Yeah, like 5 years, 150.
Yeah, something like that. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm listen. My man is making 20. It's 2021. He's making 29 million this year. Next season he's making 31 million. Next season he's making 33 million. In 23-24 he's making 36 million, and he's gonna be a free agent in 2024.
So
I am not paying this man.
That's 3 years.
30 million to come off the bench. The reason why he wants to leave Dallas is because he feels like he's not the man. You'll be backing up Julius Randle. You will not be the man here either.
And
all right.
Chris Paul. And IQ.
And Chris Paul.
And no. But I don't know. I mean, 3 years from now, let's take a look then, because he ain't gonna get that money again. He's not getting this kind of money anymore.
We'll see if his ligaments work in 3 years, man.
Exactly.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, man.
I'm bitter.
I can see the ambulance pulling up.
Bitter.
I can see the ambulance pulling up to the garden.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. My bad. I got too real. I'm sorry.
Oh man, we gonna have the ambulance on standby at the garden. Oh man,
I got too real, and I got my man Jay Boogie in the track, so I need him in the. I need Jay Boogie to kind of like to purify the room right now because it got a little nasty. I'm sorry. All right. I'm sorry. Jay Boogie the preacher's in here. He's gonna bless the mic with us real quick. All right. But before we do that, maybe
they buy him out in this 4th season.
Shout out to Michael Parker. He sends another $5 super chat. Says this would be the best time to get KP. Dallas may even throw in a 2nd round pick. Oh, nah, I gotta give me a first to get him back. I'm sorry.
Take the bag of chips. Take everything. Just get rid of it.
I feel that KP has learned his lesson and has matured.
I mean, he possibly has matured, but like Ross said, it's gonna be tough fitting him in because he wants a more prominent role on the team. And right now, the way the Knicks are set up, like I'm not starting him over Mitch.
Nope.
Then you have Julius Randle too. Like I'm not starting him over Julius Randle. Nope. So he's gonna have he might even have a more minimal role in New York than in Dallas right now.
Yes, it's true. You're right because we're not who gonna pay him $30 million to come off the bench?
Yeah, you're not paying him $30 million to give us 15, 18 points a game and 3 rebounds.
No. Wait till he's wait till he's done with the contract, and we'll give him the mid-level exception.
There you go. There we go. Bruh. Hold on. All right. Next up, we got the preacher. Let me bring the preacher in here, man, because I was talking too much smack. I need a blessing real quick. Yo, shout out Jay Boogie. You're now in the chat. All you gotta do is hit the KOT live button a few times, and then hit watch stream, and you should be good to go, Jay Boogie. All right, hit the KOT live button a few times, and hit watch stream, and make sure your mic is on. I don't know if you can hear me or not, but make sure your mic is on. All right. I can't hear anything, so I'm not sure if he hears me. But salute to the chat, because I don't know if you can hear me, because usually people respond by now. But salute to the chat. Shout out to Michael Mitchell. Says send him to Orlando.
Nah, they got Bomba, man. They're not trying to deal with no KP.
Yeah, KP to China, says Robert. Okay. Sherwin says Knicks should sign Lonzo Ball for TJ Warren. Wait. The Knicks should sign Lonzo Ball and trade for TJ Warren. I like TJ Warren, actually.
I like TJ Warren.
Yeah, TJ Warren's decent. Yeah, he's a good player.
Man. He could ball. I don't think Indiana letting him go. He could ball.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
All right. I'm sending Jay Boogie back to you, Fritz, because I'm not sure if he hears me or not. All right. So hopefully I can work out whatever's going on over there. All right. Another 499 super chat from Kaiser Soze says Golden State Warriors are up and against the salary cap. What's the odds? I'm sorry, my eyes are like bad right now. Can you read that?
Yeah, what's the odds they trade the pick if they get Minnesota pick to clear salary? Could the Knicks capitalize? I don't think so. They think they could win another championship. So they're not going to. They're not. Gonna.
Yeah, and then on top of that, like the only way Golden State is trading that pick is unless they get like a great player in return. So I think for the Knicks to even get that pick, more than likely, like Julius Randle's gonna have to go with somebody like that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're not trading.
Yeah.
They think when they're still banking on when Clay come back, they can win another championship, and they might be right. I mean, but that's they're not going to mess up that team right now. They're going to see if they can win another championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. I don't see them. They kind of set up for another big run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Wiseman there with another pick. So I can't see a reason why they would even trade that pick. Well,
No, and not only that, even just making a run with that new arena, they got to bring that money in. So they'll get that. When you bring back Clay and you got Wiseman and you got Steph, you're going to make a run. So
yeah, but
money back. They get a big arena to pay for in San Francisco.
Yeah, but I feel like that pick is going to go to another team because I feel like Golden State is going to probably trade that pick and bring in another big player to play with Steph and Clay.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, that's true.
Maybe they get KP.
I don't know about this season. If they try and get fired, they like.
Oh boy.
Oh man! Shout out to Danny Ainge and them. All right. Oh man.
Shoot.
All right, cool, yo. So speaking of Golden State Warriors, let's look into this, man. Speaking of the Golden State Warriors, it's been reported by the great Mark Berman that there is mutual interest between the Knicks and Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre, as you know, Ryan and Raw, we talked about Kelly Oubre on this program last year.
Yep.
Guy is young. He's improved his three-point shooting last year. Him and RJ, left-handed shooters, both trained under Drew Hanlon and improved their shots. He went to Golden State this year, had a down year. And, he didn't shoot well from three this year overall. But, he did finish strong when it came to the three-point shooting. So that is something to look at. He's not a lost cause. He's 25 years old. So there could still be something in there in my point of view anyway. But, Raw, let me start with you to this one. How do you feel about Kelly Oubre coming to the New York Knicks?
Well, okay. So before we even get into him as a player in terms of his abilities, there are certain guys that can play in New York, and there's certain guys that can't. Kelly Oubre can ball in New York. He will come to the Garden, and I think he will come to his top form because he's that type of guy. And so you bring that energy that he plays with, and then now you're talking about defense, you're talking about running the floor, you're talking about improving jump shot, you're talking about playing for Tom Thibodeau. I like it a lot, especially if you're gonna get a CP3. Bring that brother here, because I think you starting him with RJ, CP3, Mitchell Robinson, and Randall. We are rolling.
Yeah. Ryan, anything to add to that?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, I want to address all the comments I saw on IG saying that the Knicks should not bring in Kelly Oubre. Now, I just want to know, like, what is the thing against, like, do y'all watch Kelly Oubre play? That's what I want to know first and foremost. Do y'all watch Kelly Oubre play? Like, do not look at Golden State Kelly Oubre, because I feel like he couldn't adapt to the system, and because of that, he had a rough start to the season. But like Jay said, towards the end of the season, his three-point shot got better.
Yeah.
And I think the Kelly Oubre people should be focusing on is the Kelly Oubre that was with the Phoenix Suns, because that dude was nice.
Yeah.
And the thing is that if you have to think about it in this way. Kelly Oubre is an energy guy. You bring in a player like that under Tom Thibodeau, where Tom Thibodeau expects his players to play defense and high energy, Kelly Oubre fits right in into the. He fits right in. Yeah. On top of that, and then on top of that, like if you bring in a guy like CP3, for example, and can get the Knicks running a bit, like Ross said, with the guys that we have already, like that's gonna be crazy right there. Yeah. So Kelly Oubre is a guy, high energy. He plays defense. He can shoot the three. I feel like his three-point shot is not broken.
Nope.
He just had an off season last year. I feel like he would be a good addition. Like I really do not understand why people are so against bringing Kelly Oubre to the Knicks. I don't understand it.
Me neither. I don't get that. Especially like you said, if you watch his career from even with the Wizards, You know, when he was there, they were pushing Boston 7 games, and man, that dude is a big game player, man. He really is. I like him, and he's only 25, so he's not even in his prime yet. So I mean, I don't know. You bring him here with Tom Thibodeau and Kenny Payne in them and Johnny Bryant in them, he's going to turn into something.
Yeah, yo, it's one of those.
I can see him being in the running for most improved next year.
Yeah, it's quite possibly.
Yep.
Here I can see both arguments for this, right? Because the Knicks. Let me first start off by saying I am a Kelly Oubre fan. The Knicks were in the bottom of the league at finishing this season, and Kelly Oubre finishes. He gets to the rim, he posterizes you, and he dunks it on your head, in your face, repeatedly. And you know he's going to do it, and you still can't stop him. He continues to do it. That's
nothing you can do about it. It's
nothing
coming.
You can do it. You just accept his poster. That's
welcome to the NBA.
Exactly. Welcome to the NBA. That is all. Too. I know people are like, yeah, he's shot bad from 3. I think he shot 40% towards the in the was it February or something from 3?
Yeah, he started off so bad that when he stopped better, it still didn't catch up.
Yeah, because I mean, like the guy shot 31% from 3 this past season, but you have to remember there was one point in the season where the dude was shooting like low 20%.
Yeah.
So it's like for him to bring that up to 31% shows that he's a pretty good shooter. He just had a terrible start to the season.
That's right.
I don't know what is it with the Drew Hanlon starter pack, because him and RJ both trained under the shooting coach Drew, and both of them had really slow starts. Not to but not RJ, not to the effect that he's had, but they finished strong. So, I mean, listen, the Knicks needed shooting in the playoffs. That's one thing that's very apparent. He's not a shooter, but he can make shots. So I can see the argument of saying, you know what, we need like a pure shooter, like kind of like we had Reggie Bullock, because I know we're missing these kind of like movement shooters to give people room. The guys who can score up to, the guys that can move around picks, score up to the basket very quickly, and shoot the threes in the drop of a dime to give, guys like Randall and point guard space. I think we do need that, more of that.
Yeah, but who's available that fits that bill, JL?
Yeah, I mean...
Tim Hardaway Jr. He can shoot the 3.
I mean, it's Tim Hardaway Jr. There's Tim Hardaway Jr. can shoot the 3. He's been really good this season. I wish I had his stats.
Is he going to be an unrestricted free agent?
I think so.
Yeah, but I believe so. Yeah.
I believe so. I think him... we have, and I'm not saying not to go after Kelly Oubre. That's not what I'm saying. Cause if we got Oubre, I would be happy with him, because he's, like you said, he's still 25 and he could finish at the rim. He would definitely, fit a need, especially considering we don't even know what's gonna happen with with Kevin Knox.
Yeah.
You don't know what his status is gonna be. So maybe you play backup. I don't know. Or maybe he's too good. He might be a little bit too good to play backup.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is 29 and he's unrestricted, so this is a perfect time to grab him, man.
That's what I'm saying. Tim Hardaway, if he wants to leave, like I know he likes New York, but after the run he had with Dallas, you just don't know.
That now you bring him back with you bring a point guard in here, because when he was here last time we didn't have one, so you bring with a point guard and now Julius Randle, that's pretty good. So put it this way.
Then you have Duncan Robinson as well with Miami Heat, because Miami Heat. Go ahead.
I think we should get one of them.
Duncan Robinson,
Tim Hardaway, or Kelly. I'd be happy with any one of them.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. And I'm looking at the free agent list right now, the shooters that's going to be available besides Tim Hardaway Jr. Danny Green's going to be available. Who else is here who's a shooter? JJ Redick. Who else on here is a shooter that's going to be available? Those are guys whose
age is really going to tell on them.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Yeah. And then Norman Powell's a pretty good three-point shooter.
I like Norman Powell.
I like Norman Powell, too. Yeah, I like him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some good wings out here this year. So, I mean, if we get one of them, to me, it's really contingent on the point guard first. So if we could get a CP3 or a Lowry or even a Lonzo Ball, or then you get one of them cats, and you can fill out one of them 4 guys we're talking about: Duncan Robinson, Tim Hardaway Jr., Norman Powell, or Kelly Oubre. Any of those guys are going to help us. They're going to be upgrades. Any of them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not trying to down Reggie Bullock, but I think Reggie Bullock's a bench piece on the championship team. He's not the starter. So but those 4 guys, you could start them on any of them. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with that. All right, let's try one more. We got Jay Boogie's in the chat. I think he's on a new phone right now. Let's see how it goes. All right, Jay Boogie, you are now live in the chat. Now all you gotta do is hit that KOT live button a couple of times. Hit it twice where it says KOT live, and then hit watch stream, and you should be able to hear us. Okay, Jay Boogie. All right, but I'm kind of with you guys. I'm good with any one of those guys. I'm good with Duncan Robinson. I would love Tim Hardaway Jr. back for sure. For sure. Kelly Oubre, he's 25. It's not a hard no for me with Kelly Oubre. It's not a hard no. I like him though. Like if we got him here, I'd be ecstatic. I just like his game.
Yeah.
I just like his game, man. Like you said, he's 25. He can get better at any time. And yeah, and even your guy, Raw, Kendrick Nunn.
I like Kendrick Nunn, but what I did notice is that because Spoelstra's a defensive coach. So in the playoffs, he cut Nunn's minutes, man. Like he did to Nunn what Tibbs did to Peyton.
Yeah.
It tells me like, okay, so maybe Nunn's defense is not up to snuff. Like we know he's a baller offensively, but
right.
I want somebody that plays both. Like with the other guys,
two sides of the court.
Any of the guys we just named, they were all 4 of them are two-way players.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Kelly Oubre has like a 7'2" wingspan too as well. You can't ignore that.
Now the worst defender of the 4 is Tim Hardaway Jr., but even he puts at least an effort on. But for Spoelstra to not have that, for him to play what's the other left-handed point guard, that old guy they got? He put him out there before he put Nunn out there.
Oh, Dragic?
He had Dragic playing more minutes than Nunn. I don't understand. Like I was like, why did he do that? Unless he don't trust Nunn on defense.
I think Dragic has more playmaking. A little bit more playmaking, and I think it's more about the playmaking than anything.
But you're talking about a point guard with him anyway, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about point guard with him. And even when I mention them, I'm mentioning him Nunn at the end of, if we miss out on a bunch of other players. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we talked about another sleeper that would not be expensive at the point guard spot, Devontae Graham.
Graham, yeah, I know.
He's a good player.
Fritz has mentioned Devontae Graham in
That's
his
another sleeper, man.
In his Nick of Time
really
Show article.
Devontae Graham, man, because he was that dude that will come with a chip on his shoulder. But I don't think it will take balls to sign him, and I don't think the Knicks gonna do that.
He's a guy who can shoot, but he's still undersized. Like I hate having too many undersized guards on the same team. Like
he is undersized. He plays defense, and he can shoot the rock. So I don't know, man. But I mean, like we need an experienced dude. Let's forget the CP3, Lowry. Let's go for Lonzo. Those are the dudes, really. I mean, really.
Yeah.
Those are the two.
Right.
But I'm saying it would take some nuts to go and say, all right, I'm gonna sign Devontae Graham and give him the ball.
Because Graham was killing us when we was playing. We played the Hornets that last game. And the thing is, we talked about this too. It was like his numbers were down a little bit. But sometimes what happens is when you go to a team and your role is reduced, you don't really put up the same numbers, and it doesn't mean that you're washed.
No,
exactly.
It just means that your roles change, and just kind of like the Chris Bosh effect. Not calling him Chris Bosh to that,
No, but I'm saying basketball like they did last year with him and Scary Terry, he was going off, man. So
yeah, man.
If you give him the show and say run it, I think that boy he gonna have something to prove.
Yeah, and I wish I stayed more strong on Scary Terry back in the day, because I was on Scary Terry plane back in the day, and people was like, "Oh, he's washed," but I was like, "Nah, I think his role changed, and he's not really washed." Yeah, and then he come over there and he starts washing everybody after people called him washed.
Scary Terry.
Nah, you know what it is with Scary Terry though. It's a LaMelo Ball effect. That's why.
Yeah.
Once LaMelo Ball came in, that's when Scary Terry really saw the ball.
Oh yeah.
Because he got somebody that could get him the rock in the right spot.
Now you're right about that. But he started showing signs this year before too. That's something. But you're right about that. LaMelo got everybody better.
Yeah. And that's why I think Devontae's available, because they got LaMelo, and Devontae saying, "Yo, I could play," so he, and he wouldn't cost as much as any of these guys.
Exactly. Yo, and salute to the chat. I know Jay Boogie's having problems getting here, but you can go in the Discord link, click the Discord link that's pinned at the top, and you can talk to us live on the KOT show. If you want to talk Knicks basketball, if you have any comments about any of these topics we had today, whether it be whether it be Chris Paul, Damian Lillard, Kelly Oubre, or whoever, you can hit that Discord link and talk to us live on the KOT show. Now, I don't know what's going on with Jay Boogie. Always has bad luck with this thing, man. Jay Boogie, just call me straight in. They might not be able to hear you, but just call me straight if you can hear me right now, if you're listening right now. All right, I know that's going to work. And I'm after Fritz is in here. All right, shout out to Fritz. Fritz is live right now. Fritz, you are now in the room. Hit that KOT live button a few times and hit the watch stream, but you already know what to do because you a vet. Hashtag.
Yeah, it's great to be in here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, just taking in all this free agency talk. I called the CB3 thing early, but the one surprise I will say this summer is I think Dallas is gonna try to give us one of their backup point guards, but because they're gonna want their 2023 first round pick back. It's probably the biggest mistake they ever made. But oh no, not. And I think the Knicks should drive a hard bargain for them to give it back. I think the Knicks should take them for everything it's worth. Dallas put themselves in the unique situation where they can't trade any picks until 2027 because they gave us 2013. And if they give us if they get 2013 back, they have 3 picks they can use now. So I think Dallas is going to ask for it back. I think the Knicks should take them to the cleaners.
What are you proposing? What is the cleaners?
Yeah, I gotta hear this.
What is the cleaners?
What do we get from Dallas?
For me, I want Tyrell Terry from last year, and I want like 2 more seconds, or I want Jalen Brunson. I want something. I want something substantial.
I kind of like Brunson, but I kind of want to stick it to him.
Here we talk about.
Yeah, because if they don't get that 2013 back, they can't make any major trades. And Porzingis, you're talking about Doncic's big extension coming in next year. Their only big free agency, big free agency tries this summer. If this summer goes by and they don't do it, they're stuck. So
I gotta
need that pick back.
I gotta get a real advantage here. I can't. I'm not.
I can't even come up with something, but we have some good GMs. I think they're gonna stick it to them. I think they're gonna find some unique way to take advantage of that. If it's a whole bunch of seconds or it's some kind of weird way, but I think they're gonna find a way to take that 2023 back, but the Knicks benefit some kind of huge way.
I'm not even gonna hold you, man. I like Brunson's game. He stuck it to us the first time.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it for like one. I wouldn't do it for just a backup player. I want. They need to take it for its worth.
I feel you.
So.
Man, I just want to watch them suffer because at this point,
yeah, they got nothing.
They got nothing. They can't even.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I want that badly, man. I mean,
they can't get picks for KP, can they? I don't even think they can get picks for KP at this
point.
Yeah,
they can.
There's too many point guards coming available that we could get rather than worrying about Brunson. I'm not saying Brunson's not a good player, but there's nobody out there that he outshines that much that we need to do a deal with him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, the Knicks need to find something they can get from Dallas. Because they're not talking about it now, but Dallas definitely needs it back.
Well, they need.
Or they can wait. Or they can wait till we deal it and then try to deal with whoever we dealt it to. So
Well, I'm backing up away from that phone if they call me.
Yeah, I
I'm
ain't
telling you.
Yeah,
because
that don't really have anybody I want like that. Like,
Don Nelson gets in
Yeah,
the
but
hotel. How you doing, man? You want to go fish? No, all right. Oh, you want what? No, see, man.
Oh, we can talk about that. We can talk about that. Yo, salute to you. Yo, salute to you first. Yo, thanks for calling, man.
Sure, no problem. All right. All right. Talk to you guys later.
Yo, later.
all right, man.
Sticking it to Dallas for Brunson.
You already stuck it to him, man.
Sticking to him twice.
You got KD.
Exactly.
I'm good on that. I like Brunson.
We can
though.
stick it to him again because we could get back if we wanted Kim Hardaway as a free agent.
How about we give you our first pick and you give us Brunson and Luka?
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Damn.
Right, there you go. Now you talking. Now you what?
I'll do that in a heartbeat.
It was Luka, man. We good.
Absolutely. All right. Shout out to Abdul Diallo who says, Jay Ellis, what about the report that Kemba and the Celtics want to part ways? Wrong.
We ain't got
You
no
see?
crutches, man. We ain't got no
Yeah,
crutches.
that's the thing right there. Like Kemba's too injury prone. Like if this was Kemba like back in Charlotte, I'd be like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But Kemba right now, nah. There's better options out there.
This year for a lot of the time. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wrong side of 30. Like for me to take Kemba, I need multiple picks attached. Like this point.
I do.
Yeah.
Because
to take Kemba, you gotta give up a Jaylen Brown or something. I mean something. Come on now.
Yeah, because he only played, I think, 43 games this season.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he
it's injury prone. Yeah.
They were trying to rest him. They hadn't even started preseason. He was already hurt.
Right.
No.
So I'm not going to Kemba. He's too banged up. I expect this game. Shoot, I was talking about getting him a few years ago when it came to the Kyrie thing. But
Yeah.
I'm glad we didn't take that bet because he broke down a year later. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we would have been crying right now if we signed him. We would have been crying right now.
Yeah.
His knees are shot, man. Forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good on Kemba, man.
I'm good.
Passing on.
It's the
Kemba.
same with Brogdon. I know Brogdon's a good player, but in the last 4 years, he's only played 64 games or more once.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the
Yeah.
guy I love, man. Like,
Always hurt, man. So no.
I get it, Raw. I get it.
I need the best abilities, availability. I need somebody that's playing. So
Yeah.
How old is Brogdon too? I'm like, can he? You right?
He's
though.
young,
he played
but
4 years of college, so he's probably what 26, 27 now.
26, 27.
Yeah.
Let me look at these. Yeah, he played 75 games his first season.
That's the most he ever played.
Then 40, then 48, then 64, then 54, then 50. Yeah.
that injury history's bad right there.
Oh, that's bad, man.
Nah. He get hurt too much. He always hurt. This
Oh,
guy,
man. He got a year. He gave you 20 this year, too.
28, man. He's 28.
No, I mean, he averaged 21 points.
Yeah, when he only played, 15 games. I mean,
Oh, man, you're right. Yo, salute.
nah, man. I want a guy that when playoff times come, he is ready to play. I don't want to hear that I'm hurt stuff. No,
I
man.
feel you.
Facts.
I feel you. Wait.
He's getting good money too. He's getting good money. 4
Hold on.
year, 85 million.
Hold on
Yeah.
a second, guy. Hold on a second. Yo,
All
Jay
right.
Boogie, are you there? I didn't realize you just called me. You didn't make no noise or nothing. Let me see something. Hold on real quick. Yo, Boogie. I'm sorry, guys. Keep going. If he responds, he responds.
Yeah.
All
That's a guy. He's a good player. He's like one of them cats that's like a tempting guy because you say, oh, he's so good. You can see him fitting with the Knicks. But just remember, he hardly plays a full season. He don't even play 3/4 of a season. This cat get hurt all the time.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. You're definitely right. But yo, salute to the chat. Salute to the chat, man. It's been a nice show, man. Salute to the chat. Thanks for everybody who actually, donated to the show. More shows are coming, man. More shows are coming. I definitely want to do like a review show.
For real.
Yeah.
We gotta do
season review. Is it gonna be on end of the year report cards?
Yeah, it's gonna be the end of. We gotta do our, that's what we do every year. We do our end of the year report card show. So we gotta do that. So we're gonna collaborate with that. And also, you gotta stick it here, man. We want to give you all the news and all the rumors that's coming out through us 3 years. So definitely check that out. Also, stay tuned. Collaboration launching the show.
All right.
Looking out. We're looking to launch another show in the summer, July area. So I want y'all to stay tuned and look out for the show that KOT is about to launch. All right, collaboration.
Okay.
KOT and somebody else.
Breaking it off.
I ain't
KO.
gonna-
Uh-oh.
KOT is somebody else. So I ain't,
Uh-oh.
all right.
What is it gonna be? You and Mark Berman? Oh my God.
Yeah, how did you know?
Yeah, you better keep that gun ready.
Be like, Ma Burp, stop asking all those stupid ass questions.
Ask questions.
Hey.
oh, my fault. Family show, my fault. Ma Burman,
Man.
stop asking those stupid questions. There we go. I corrected myself.
Man.
Oh.
I kind of respect the question. I'm not even gonna lie. I kind of respect the. It's like, yo, RJ, do you? He asked him straight up. RJ gave him the stank face, like, whoo.
No.
Like if he was in the hood, he was that. No. I'm like, yeah, RJ.
Yeah, RJ. Like if RJ wasn't in that setting, RJ would be like, "F out of here, yo."
Oh man. Yo, Jay Boogie, call one more time. See if it works out this time, man. Just call me directly on the Discord chat and see what happens. I'm gonna try to close out with you, man. All right, but I hear people are liking Mike Conley too.
I mean, I like Conley. Conley's definitely playing good in Utah.
He's a baller, man. But the thing is that he's another cat that, you don't know. He gets hurt in that playoff time. But maybe because he's not the number one option is not as bad right now. But when he was in Memphis, he'd always get them into the playoffs and be pushing somebody before he got hurt,
Yeah, I feel like at that point you're gonna say, okay, you're giving Derek 20 minutes and then you're giving him 20 minutes. Is that how you're gonna do it? Like that's
Yeah, perhaps.
like
Yeah, maybe.
That just seems like the way you might do it.
Might. I just feel like he'd be a guy that if he's pushed into that role where he becomes like, number 2 to Randall, he might get hurt because right now you got Donovan Mitchell and you got the couple of them shooters they got over there plus Clarkson.
Yeah.
So he's not dependent on to score like that. But
Right.
you put him what Derrick Rose was this year, where you had to give him 35 minutes for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't trust his body holding up.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Then other Thibs, like if he's a starting point guard, like Conley gonna be playing 30+ minutes, so it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. If one thing, you gotta talk about this in a review show, like the things to work on, when it comes to our players and our coaches, and that's one thing I want Tom to kind of work on, man.
Yep.
The biggest thing is him just kind of experimenting more in the middle of the season.
He doesn't like to do that. I can tell you, he's not going to change that.
Yeah, it's like, but it's funny because
That's like part of him. Like some things I don't expect. He's never going to experiment. He's going to always pick a 10-man rotation and he's going to stick.
yup.
That's what he's going to do. That's his thing.
right. That's why I kind of almost hoping that a lot of teams stay together sometimes. Most of the teams are together just to give him a chance to experiment more, and because I do feel like he's trying to experiment once things got out of hand.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, now I'm playing Randall and Obi together. It's like we was hoping you would do that in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But he was forced into it. So, I mean, I think that gives him I think he'll start looking at that in the beginning of the next season. So Obi will get a chance to earn more minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, but I know one, and I don't mind it. Like it's just one of his things. Like some players a baseline run jump shot, like Bernard King, and some players a long distance shooter. Everybody got their game. This is Thibodeau's game. He gets 10 guys. He's gonna run those 10 guys once he finds out who they are.
Hello.
Huh?
Oh, hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo. Hello.
There he is.
You hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man.
JL, what's good, man? How you doing, man? What's up? What up? Salute to y'all guys. What's good?
Yo, man, we here, man.
Yeah.
We had to do it a little bit different to get you on the program, man, but it had to be done, man. Salute. I had to call you, but that's fine.
Man, shout out to all y'all great men for everything y'all doing. I see you got the myth and y'all got the real preacher right there. I'm just the imitation preacher, but that's the real preacher right there with you. And you can follow him up, you know what I'm saying? Because he come on, he do his sermons and stuff, man, for real, you know what I'm saying? So, shout that man out for that, man, you know what I'm saying?
That's
There's a lot going It's a lot going on right now, man, for this on season. Everybody think it's an off season. Nah, this is an on season because this is when the offers get to show their work. You know what I'm saying? The team don't show it up. The bench and coaching staff, they don't show it up. Now it's time for y'all to, show it. Everybody want to point the fingers at the wrong people, you know what I'm saying, that got us all the way here that make sure that we had a successful and great, you know what I'm saying, season, at all period. But now it's time to point the fingers at that top three, Leon Rose, World Wide West, and Perry. What are y'all going to do to get this team together and solidify us, you know what I'm saying, for years and years to come? We already know how to get to the playoff, so we ain't bringing nobody else here to help us get to the playoff. We did that without that. We need people that's going to help us get towards a championship. Anything else from here on out, you know what I'm saying, at this point in time right here, from the first tip out of the season that don't lead to us winning a championship is a failure in season. That's right. We got to start looking at everything as a championship mode, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate and respect what the Brooklyn Nets is doing. We doing the same thing. Before 2019 came and they made it to the playoffs, you know what I'm saying? There's the team that didn't have numbers, some young players that went to the playoffs that brought, all-star players to their team that showed that they appreciated what them guys did. They did the same thing what we did their first year in the playoff. They went 1-4 and first exit out the door against Philadelphia in 2019. Here we came, we did the same thing, and it's respectfully our foundation is completely laid, you know what I'm saying? So you got to respect everything that we got going on and everything that we're doing right here this day and time. 2021, 2022 season has already arrived. When everybody thought it was the last game, that was the first game that began this on season and what we got going on right now. And I'm going to share this one thing with y'all. I ain't say it, but I'm going to share it in case y'all forgot. Brian Windhurst, if I said his name right, he said it at the middle of the season. The Knicks are in position to go and get a disgruntled all-star and then sign for a free agent all-star to come. Those was his words at in the middle of the season. I ain't say it. He said it. I'm just reminding y'all what the great God has just said. Brian said that. Could he be talking about that watch that he be looking at when he be talking about his game time? I don't know. But whatever we do, you know what I'm saying, I respect and love that orange and blue and everybody that's following what we're doing, you know what I'm saying? Respectfully, you know what I'm saying, appreciate great things and everything that's coming on the way. I appreciate what y'all men doing. When I hang up, I'm going to touch your cash app. God bless everybody. Hit them thumb button. Respect my man JL for what he doing. Support. Get him up. Respect. And appreciate what that man doing. He ain't doing it for himself. He doing it for all the real fans that, you know what I'm saying, we got representing that orange and blue. When I say orange and blue, I ain't talking about the Denver Broncos and I ain't talking about the Auburn Tigers. I'm talking about that New York Knicks. And if you're anything like me, I watch hockey. I'm rocking with the New York Islanders too, you know what I'm saying? So salute for all y'all great men. Continue on doing what you're doing. Love and respect, man.
All right,
man.
Salute to the preacher.
Bring it.
Jay Boogie with the sir, man, closing out this program, man. Shout out to you, Jay Boogie, man. And thank you for the cash apps and the words and always, stayed on the line, called twice. I called him back. Rock with us just so he can give us that. So shout out to you, Jay Boogie, man. Always, man. For real. Man, and he's right too, man. We're in position to do bigger things because we are in a similar situation as the Nets were last season. I mean, the only thing is the timing of it is different because there was more free agents available at the time when they did it. So yeah. I can see us trying to buy more time. I can see us trying to buy more time until we make that move, but the respect is back in the building, and that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be up to those guys, Leon Rose and those guys, to make the correct move after this to build on the success of the New York Knicks for sure. All right.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. I think that's the show. I think it's a good way to wrap it. Anything else you want to talk about, guys? Anything else you want to mention?
Man, after Jay Boogie came on, what can you say?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Yeah, man, my man shut it down right there.
Exactly. So peace. All right, cool. You know what? Raw metaphor. Let them know where you from, man, and where they find you.
Raw Hebrew Remnant on YouTube. Raw Hebrew Remnant on Twitter. Raw Hebrew on Instagram.
That's right. And he got the Patreon, right? Got the Patreon.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's right.
Gotta get the money, man.
Right. But the Patreon is really like, I set that up for the Philippines. Really, that's like we're really buying food for people on the street in the Philippines.
That's what's up. So you're not just supporting You supporting the Philippines. You supporting a good cause. So
Yeah,
definitely-
because there's this cat named Sunshine Shoulders. He turned me on to it. He relocated over there, and that's what he's doing. He buys 25-pound bags of rice because one 25-pound bag of rice could feed a poor family for like a month over there.
Absolutely. That's what's up. That's
That's what's up. Yeah, man.
Shout out, great cause, man. Actually, I need to like start to look into like, it's like causes and charities and stuff to kind of plug at the end of the show. I think I want to start doing that
That's a good idea, man.
this season, because we ask people support to help us out when it comes to the like brand building, and y'all definitely supported in that regard. But I think I want to do like some kind of charity plugs at the end of the show for sure. All right.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And also, you can find us too at the KOT show at thekotshow.com. You can find us on Twitter at thekotshow.com. I mean, you can find us on Twitter at theKOT show. My bad. You can find us on Instagram at the Knick of Time Show. You can also find us on Facebook at the Knick of Time Show. And you know what? You can also find our blog at theknickoftimeshow.com. Also, definitely get the merch, man. Get the KOT snapbacks, the black and white, and the blue and orange color wave that you see my man Sir G rocking. Got that at theknickoftimeshow.com as well. So definitely cop those, and shout out to those that got the hat already and it's on their way. I seen a bunch of shipped messages this morning, so y'all should be receiving them soon. Shout out to my guy Nuggy Fresh in the building. Even though he's not in the building, I just gotta shout him out because he started to clean up the Discord, and he's helping us out on the Discord side. He's like, "Yo, Jay Ellis, I got you, man." He's always coming at me. Yo, you should. So shout out to him for just being so engaged and donating the RJ Barrett basketball and all that stuff. Shout out to Nuggy Fresh in the building, man, and Mike as well. All right, and what do you got to say? Where can they find you, Mr. Ryan?
You can find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIRG is CHILLIN. You can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT.
All right, and you know what? The next show, guys, we're gonna have our bruh pick set up. 'Cause I forgot to do the bruh picks.
Oh yeah.
So what is this like? Is this like a best bro picks of the year for the Knicks or for the NBA? Like what is
like
this
you know how you do, or we can do the bro picks for the year. That could be something to do. Like a bro
All
pick.
right.
That could be something. But you know how we usually did when we doing our weekly shows, we had the bro picks for the week, because there's been playoffs happening. There's been stupid things that been done in the playoffs, you know.
Yeah, that is
Pandemic P has been pandemicking, you know.
wait, hold on. Pandemic P he's been pretty good this playoff, so it's not Pandemic P right now.
Right. The last game. I'm sorry, just one game. Hit that one.
Yeah, last game, yeah.
But there's certain things. I mean, there's certain things you could talk about. I'm just, get back to the old ways in the summer, since we haven't really been doing the bruh picks lately. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Get back to our roots.
Yes. So are we gonna have a yearly ooh, like best oohs of the year?
Ooh.
Oh, we could have a ooh of the year. That's thinking the crates. Okay, ooh of the
Yeah.
years. Yearly review, bruh of the year, ooh of the year. We could do that next year. We do that next year.
Shoot.
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm with it. Let's do it. All right. That is our show. We out of here, man.